Okay, we're recording. What you can do is be loud in public, okay? Like, get your message out there. Like, you are climbing to the top of Mount Everest and you are ready to tell every single person in the freaking world on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Facebook, on YouTube that you have something to offer of value. And you know it's valuable because it works for you, okay? Like, the biggest asset you have in your business is you and your journey. That's the biggest thing, because how many times do we have people that see a post of ours and go, like, with a workout, you know, like, oh, I did this workout, whatever. How many times do we have people say, well, how much weight have you lost? Well, what results have you seen? Well, what does Shakeology do? What has it done for you? How do you feel, right? Like, oh, I'm nervous about it because I've done shakes before, right? Like, all those kind of like responses that we normally get are normal, because think about it, before you started Beachbody, you were probably that person too. I know I was talking to Joanna earlier on a one-on-one call, and like, Shakeology was not my thing. Like, I was like, no, not doing it. Like, I am not a shake person. I am not a product person. No, thank you. I don't need that. And my coach was very gracious, like, just give it a try. You can send it back if you hate it. I tried it for a week. I hated it. I was like, this is gross. I'm stirring it. She's like, how are you making it? I was like, I'm stirring it with a spoon and a cup. And she's like, no, no. So you have to understand that people have objections just like you did before you started, right? And we have to give them opportunity to have those objections, and we have to share in public and overcome those objections in our posting, in our sharing, in our story. So a lot of times you'll see me post like, this shake solved my problem. Like, I'm in pickup line for school. Like, it solved my problem of like not driving through Starbucks every day, even though I was in Starbucks line today with my shake. But regardless, that's part of my story, okay? Part of who I am is sharing that like busy on the go mom life, right? So Shakeology helped me from not doing the drive-through, not grabbing the Snickers or the Twix, or being so hungry that late at night I was devouring the Oreos. Like, it balanced me out. It gave me what I needed and helped me overcome like a lot of that stuff. But I don't get in people's inbox and prove them wrong and say, you need to do this. I am very blatantly open in public about what it's doing and what I'm doing and what I'm changing and how it's helped me, right? So I don't have to preach it in a message or convince somebody to buy it, right? Like, I just start sharing that in my journey. So 3 years ago, when that message that used to work going, hey girl, I've got this group, I'm really excited about it. Not saying that you can't do that, but you need to earn somebody's trust first by sharing your journey publicly, by creating conversations that are not about selling them a product, okay? Because regardless, we're about creating relationships, and a relationship in this business is going to go a lot farther than selling somebody, like trying to convince them that this is what they need right now, okay? I've learned it time and time again. When I convince somebody that this is what they need before they're ready, they either return their product because they're overwhelmed, or they don't do well in a challenge because they have no idea what they're doing or what they signed up for, or they resent me because I've convinced them that they need something that they're just not ready for. And then I'm just another person that sold them something that they don't want, right? So remember that as you are talking to people, that they are human beings with doubts, insecurities, struggles, right? Don't just view them as a quick sale. You will find a lot more value when you do sign a client up, when you do sign a coach to your team, and you will find that they respect you a lot more because you've gained that trust. Every time I sign a coach up, I want them to know that I'm not signing them up because I want to make money off of them making money, right? It's about their goals and what they want out of this. If they don't want to build a business, I'm not sending them trainings on how to build a business, right? If they signed up for the discount and they want to lose weight, I add them to a challenge group. I encourage them. I help them through their fitness program. I share with them what Shakeology can do for them and how they should utilize it in their day, okay? If somebody signs up for a challenge group but doesn't want Shakeology, you still encourage them. You don't treat them like crap. You deem them unworthy of your support or your help. Why? Because when you gain their trust, they value your opinion and are more likely and open to it down the road, okay? Or vice versa. If they just want Shakeology and they're not ready to commit to workouts and nutrition and these groups and I'm scared, like remember, we had those insecurities too. So what worked, again, going back to like what worked 3 years ago of just inviting like crazy and just adding people to your group and selling them on a challenge pack, we need to be a little more cautious of how we're messaging people and be a little more open to listening to their needs, which I think we've just forgotten, right? Like we start coaching and we're like, we want to help all the people. And we know that challenge packs are the best option because they have the full picture. But sometimes the full picture can be scary to somebody diving into this. So we have to remember that sometimes maybe a sampler pack of Shakeology is just what they need to kind of dip their toes in. Or maybe on demand is a foot in the door of like they're going to start some workouts and try to get a footing on their lifestyle in that manner, and then they'll add in the nutrition later. So make sure you're listening and valuing their opinion and their what they're sharing with you, and then you can actually come up with a plan that's going to fit their needs, and you are going to be building a business around customers and clients that really relate and can like trust you, and they're going to stick around a lot longer. Okay? It can seem time consuming because this does cause you to need to talk to people, right? Like you have to have a real conversation with people. And let me tell you, I talk to a lot of people every single day, but they're real valuable conversations. And that's what this business, 90% of this business, that's what I do, is I have conversations with people about their struggles, their goals, their concerns. And then I set them on the path with a good option for them at that time. And if it's not good pricing wise, I don't push them, right? I say, maybe it's best to start with this portion right now and we can get you going later, right? So meet them where they're at. Don't push, don't shove. Know that there are enough people to fill your challenge group, to support, to help and gain that trust. Okay, so what can you do to fill your challenge groups? Because honestly, we want to hit those Success Club goals, right? I'm not telling you, okay, shut it down, get people on the free groups and help everyone for free, because this is a business opportunity as well. So what can you do? I smell smoke and I'm like, fire, campfire, guys. It's leaking into my house. So what can you do? I am on Instagram every single day blasting my lifestyle. Okay, Instagram stories, like Facebook has kind of shut down algorithms. Like your posts are not being seen by a lot of people on Instagram. You might have 5,000, like maxed out 5,000 friends on Facebook, and only 10% of those people are going to see your post. Maybe. 10% is a good day, okay? And then it depends on timing and who likes and comments, right? So there's all these algorithms of Facebook. I'm not saying don't post on Facebook, but you can reach a lot of people by sharing simple, and you can be in a more casual environment on your Instagram stories. You don't need to be done up on a white background for your Instagram to look pretty, right? Instagram stories is just here in the moment right now, busy mom, you know, I'm traveling for work, I'm at school, whatever your day consists of. It can be in the moment of like, here's my real time, like real life every single day. And then people start to see that consistency of, yeah, the shake is not a sometimes thing. It's every day for me to stay on track with my nutrition in my busy life. Okay. And then there's your workout. Maybe you forgot to do it in the morning, or you didn't wake up to your alarm, or whatever reason you had to get up and be on the move before you could get your workout in, and you left the house. So like maybe you're sharing through the day, like, guys, hold me accountable. When I get home, first thing when I get in that door is drinking my Energize and doing my workout, right? You can ask them for that support, and they trust you and value you because you're human, and you're like, hey, didn't do my workout this morning like I should have, right? Those are some ideas of like really involving people to show that you're human, you're normal. Like I am on Instagram with no makeup on and with makeup on, because people know I like makeup, but they also know like I'm busy. I work a full-time business and I have kids, and my husband, I say husband now, everybody calls him my husband. So he's my husband, whatever, 8 years strong. He's gone, like he works full-time, right? So I do this all by myself, and people need to see that like I am not Instagram picture perfect white background every single day. And so Instagram stories gives me that opportunity to be real. Like guys, just because you see a perfectly flawless selfie, it's probably because on Sunday I got a full-on shower, got to do my hair and makeup, and I changed 7 times and took 7 cute selfies for the whole entire week, right? I don't look like that every day. but I run a business where I want to, be shouting out and making these posts and eye-catching and stopping. So I put makeup on one day a week, I wash that hair, I dry and curl it, and I change my shirt 17 million times, okay? I used to do that when I worked full-time. I would take a workout, a 30-minute workout, and splice it up and share one move a day from one workout. And people kind of wondered, like, why I was wearing the same workout outfit every day. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, the point is, if you're doing it, figure out what works for you, okay? It doesn't have to be what top coaches are doing. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing or how I post. Some people want these long, glamorous posts about their workouts. Other people just want to post day 1, day 2, day 3 to show that consistency. So what works now is being really consistent and meeting people where they're at, okay? Reaching people by gaining their trust and showing that you're in this for them, for you, and truly working on a lifestyle change that's working for you goes a really long way when you create a conversation with somebody. Because then you can naturally reach out to somebody when they like or comment on your Instagram story, when they DM you, when they are interested in what workout program you're doing. So play it a little discreet. Don't say, hey, I'm doing Core to Force from Beachbody, go check it out, because guess what they do? They go Google it and they buy it from somebody else, or they buy it from the website and you're not their coach, okay? So be discreet. Get them to ask questions. I love my superfoods. I can have 6 salads in one meal, shake it up, it tastes like chocolate. Boom. What are you doing? They're like, wait, what is it? You're not saying go to Shakeology.com and order this, right? Be discreet. I purposely turn my cup so they can't see Shakeology logo, right? Because I want people to ask me about it. I want people to engage and ask me questions so that I can kind of guide the conversation and then get to know them and ask them questions and see where they're at and be like, I can help you, right? So let's recap. What worked 3 years ago was messaging, like mass messaging, a copy-paste message. Hey, girl, want to join my challenge group? Does not work anymore. What does work now? Being vulnerable in public, blasting your story, being proof that the product works because you are doing it consistently, and sharing that so then you have earned the right to then message those people, okay? So anybody that likes or comments on my pictures and my videos, I always reach out and I'm like, hey, Sierra, or hey, Carrie, thank you so much for showing love on my last post. Sometimes even as a coach that feels like, I should have it all together, it still like makes me a little nervous to post those videos. I was a little, intimidated sometimes to post my before pictures or whatever the picture is. I can sometimes feel inadequate as a mom, or like as a busy lady working 60 hours a week, it can be really hard to stick to this lifestyle. So I appreciate your support. Leave it at that, right? You can create a connection and thank them. You can show gratitude for like following your journey. Those things go a long way so that when you are reaching out about a challenge group, you feel like you've earned the respect and the right to be like, girl, I know we were talking about, that shirt I had on the other day, or that post that I made about my kids, or busy days at work and needing like fast, quick, easy nutrition, whatever, right? I don't know if this would interest you, but I know you had mentioned that you were working on weight loss too. I have this group coming up and I just wanted to see if you would want details on it, right? That's a lot more real and a lot more like less scary to send that message after you've connected in public, after you've shown them that you're doing this, after people are liking and commenting. It feels a lot more natural then to reach out about a group, right? Instead of having to be weird and cold messaging like strangers. Because trust me, I've gotten that message from a girl in high school that I never talked to. I don't even think I had a class with her, right? And she was like, hey, I don't know if this would interest you, but I have this BOGO buy one, get one deal like with these wraps. I'm like, did you look at my page? Like, I've been a Beachbody coach for 3.5 years. I don't think I need a wrap. Like, I thank you, but no. And you could tell it was like a copy-paste message, didn't even look at my page. Like, don't do that to people, right? I was like, do I need that? Like, thank you? What? I don't know whether to be flattered but don't be that person. It will go a lot further and you will find fulfillment in it. Like I love coaching because we get to be realistic, right? I don't share the millions I'm making. I don't share that I'm perfect every day. I don't share that I'm shredded, right? I have worked on my journey for 3.5 years. I have had a baby through that experience. When people, become pregnant and they're like, oh, I'll do it after baby. I'm like, okay, right? Like I was pregnant, y'all, and shared the ice cream and the pizza and the like big old belly on the beach, like that greasy pizza in my mouth going like, I'm real. And it's relatable, and it shares that story of like, this isn't about perfection. This is not about being a certain body type or being, eating chicken and veggies for the rest of your life to be fit, right? It's about a lifestyle, building confidence, working together. It's about a community. It's about support. So that goes a long way. Being consistent on your Instagram and Facebook. Consistency goes a long way. If you're showing up one week and then you disappear, people will move on, right? They will not trust that you're going to show up for them in a challenge group because you haven't been showing up in public, okay? When you're messaging people about a group and then they go check your page and all you've done is share like Cool Whip pie recipes and some weird inspirational video from some other page, like they don't know that you're offering it, okay? So add value, be real, make sure it's you, authentically you. If it's a quote you like, put the quote and then a picture of yourself, okay? So show that you're there, you're present. It's not like you sharing Pinterest stuff, okay? So even if it's simple posts, the other stuff comes because personal development that you should all be reading will help you come up with content. That's what I come up with. Like all my content is from personal development because I'm growing as a person. I went live today. I wouldn't have had that live video topic had I not had some one-on-ones this morning and read that, okay? So it will go a long way in like what to post. Keep it simple. You don't have to overcomplicate what you're sharing. Just add value to people's lives and they will like reciprocate that. I lost my notes. I feel like I do that every call I make notes. They just disappear, so I like give up on notes sometimes. The gratitude messages go a long way. So like I said, on Instagram, on Facebook, when people are liking, commenting, don't go into a message selling them something. Go in and simply state, hey, thanks for showing love on my picture. Thanks for the support. I appreciate that. It connects you, right? It adds value to them. It shows that you're noticing, and it makes your stuff pop up in their newsfeed more, okay? And then lastly, you can go on Instagram and you can find people so easy by searching hashtags, what your job is, what your interests are. Like I used to be a barista at a coffee shop. I search like barista, coffee life, like that kind of stuff are moms or busy women, like even before I had kids, right? Busy women lifestyle. They're rolling through Starbucks. And then they say they don't have money for this. And I'm like, girl, I was there too. I was smoking like a pack a day and rolling through Starbucks twice a day saying I was broke. Like I have no money. But then my coach was like, girl, I see you at Starbucks every day, like every single day. Like, right? So I'm able to go and find those women and just start relating on their page, right? I don't message them. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, send a simple message like, I love your page. Your kids are cute. Your dog is cute. I love your house. I love your style. If I do, I'm not fake. I don't lie. But if it's somebody that I relate to or I like their page, whether it be Facebook, I do this a lot on Instagram. And I just go and I like some of their pictures. I comment on their pictures. This is a real easy way to create relationships because they're like, oh, who's liking my pictures? Who's liking my posts? Who's messaging me saying like, I love your style or I love that sweater in the picture you posted, right? You can be genuine and create relationships and then go in for the opportunity because you're posting and being authentic on your page in public. You don't have to be that creepy weirdo that's like, hey girl, try my challenge. Like I hate that. So, all right, we're almost out of time. Are there questions? Anybody have questions? I'm looking at the chat. While I wait for questions, everybody smile because I'm on Instagram stories. Okay. Any questions? You can unmute if you have questions. Was this helpful? I wanted to do a slideshow and then I go out of time.
Hey, Bree, you touched on adding people by hashtag and clicking on their names and whatnot. How do you get them to add you back? Because I do that too, but I don't get people adding me back. So.
A lot of times I send a simple message going, hey girl, oh my gosh, like I came across your profile because of X hashtag. Okay. So I let them know, like, I'm not creepy. Like, hey, I was like searching this hashtag coffee, or you, for example, could be like life or whatever. And I send a simple message. It's not like a, hey, join my team, or hey, like, I'm selling this. It's a very simple, like, oh my gosh, I was searching nurses and your profile came up. It looks like we have a lot in common. I hope you don't mind me following your page. And a lot of times they follow me back. They don't.
Yeah.
But I don't like ask them to follow me. I don't do the hashtag like for like or follow for follow. That doesn't work anymore, guys. Like, nobody's doing that. It worked 3 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. There's a lot of like lifestyle bloggers. If you search lifestyle blogging, or like for you, maybe nurse blogging. But if you search bloggers, people follow bloggers. People love bloggers. So find some bloggers that have a good following, that have built following around other things than fitness and health, right? A lot of times it's like bloggers about fashion for me. Like, I love clothes. I love finding a good deal. I love finding new boutiques. So I will search like fashion bloggers on Instagram, hashtag fashion blogger, or hashtag winter or fall fashion. And a lot of bloggers will pop up. I go to their account. I see who's liking and commenting, because a lot of time it's women like me that like sweaters and like fall fashion. So then I will go to those people. I won't like follow that blogger. I will go to the people that are engaging on that page and then engage with those people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll do that twice a day. Like, I will go and just find a blogger and go crazy like on who's liked and commented, and go to their pages and like and comment on their pictures and send messages. And I set like a timer for and just go through and do it. And that is a good way to engage people on your page. Because they'll be like, and then make sure you have content that day, that you're consistent with new content every day, so people feel like, oh, this person is worth watching. And again, with your Instagram story, like, share stuff. I share my shake every day because it's a better way than a post every day with my shake. No, Brittany, it doesn't do, you cannot do mass following anymore. They shut that down. So you can't just like go to an account and be like, oh, who likes this page? Click, 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 because it will unfollow them all again. So if you try to do it, it might show that you followed, but the second you click away, it unfollows. So doesn't work, which is why I'm doing like the 10-minute power like pockets of like, if I'm on Instagram, now with Instagram stories, you can see who's watching your story. So that's a great way. Like, as you're building, if you have 100 viewers, 40 viewers, 500 viewers, whatever, on one of your Instagram stories, you can go to every single one of those pages, because you can see and click and just be like, thanks for watching my story today. I appreciate you following along. Something simple, right? It engages them. And they're like, oh, yeah, I guess I did watch that, right? I struggle with finding a good personal development book / Audible. Depending on what you are wanting out of personal development, are you wanting like professional business development, or are you wanting personal development? Because it can depend. But I've got like a group or a list. So if I know what you're looking for, I could probably suggest a book. Another thing I've noticed with hashtag or Instagram stories that does work really well is, and I've connected with like 7 people the past 2 days in my local area by tagging the place that I'm at. Not like my house address, but Cedar Rapids. I'm looking to expand to the UK, and you guys are too, because we're expanding to the UK. So I tag London. People are like, do you live in London? I'm like, no. But guess what? I got like 30 views from people that live in London because they clicked on the London profile, right? Or the video. So I notice, like, when I go through and slide up and look at my Instagram stories, I have way more viewers on the stories that I tag a location. So I'm constantly like tagging my parents' location. I was in Michigan last week. Like, so I'm constantly tagging it because it clicks or it pops up in the city. So anybody like me in Cedar Rapids, like I could click on Cedar Rapids and see who tagged, you know, and it's different stories. And I've connected with a lot of women that way. So tagging your location, making it fun, asking questions, engaging people in your story. Oh my gosh, I need my glasses. I'm like, who else is new in this group? Big welcome to Michelle White. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Joanna's new. There's some ones without names. McCall is new. Let me make glasses, y'all. Thanks for doing a shout out. And congrats to McCall too. I'm going to make a post, but she signed her first client up. Any other questions? Is this helpful? Okay, thanks. Chicken and broccoli, y'all. I was just like, you don't have to eat chicken and broccoli. That's what we're having for dinner. Any other questions, or are you good? Are we good? Perfect. Thanks everybody for getting on. I hope this was helpful. We are doing, for all of you guys that are on, Carrie, myself, I don't think Dana or Des are on. We are doing a sneak peek into coaching. And what this is a group where we will be, and Melissa, I think, said she'll help. So a few of us, if you want to be included, message me. I'll pick a day for you to share your story. But we are running a coaching sneak peek. So basically, this is a great opportunity for you to be posting about coaching, to be sharing what coaching opportunity is all about, and then you can invite to this group. And we will be doing a 3-day sneak peek. So starting Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next week. Hold on, let me look at the date. The 20th. The 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. It will be a live sneak peek. So coaches will be going live in the sneak peek, sharing about their stories, about coaching, what the opportunity is. And then that Friday, I will be doing a live What is Coaching webinar. So kind of going over all the details that we don't cover through the 3 days. So we'll talk about our stories, what coaching has done for our lives from different coaches, get stories. We'll share a little bit about Shakeology, a little bit about the programs, what we do as coaches. And then Friday at some point we will do like a webinar where we can do a Q&A, and I will go live and share what the coaching opportunity is about and how they can join our team. So it's a great way to add either clients that you think would make awesome coaches, or you can post about it on your Facebook and be like, you know, my team and I, we're hosting this group. If you've ever been curious about the programs or what I'm doing, I would love for you to check it out, or what I'm doing with this coaching thing. Or you can invite, you know, private message if there's somebody that you think would be an amazing coach. Again, don't spam people and just be like, join my team, join the group. Don't add people without telling them or asking them first. You're distracting me.
Sure.
So yeah, I will post a link to, we have a lifetime sneak peek group, so there's info in it, but we're gonna be doing new info in that group. So I will post the link to it, so be inviting to it. We are a team, right? We run these together. So whether or not you're sharing your story in it, it is our team. So join, you know, join me and my team. Not like, check out my coach Bree. Like, we are a team. So anyway, hopefully this helped. I will post a recording in the photo album labeled Team Calls if you have a coach that wants to watch the recording. And yes, welcome Anna. All right, everybody have a good night. Hopefully this was helpful. Talk to you soon. Bye.